Hello dear learners, today we are going to start lesson 5 from book Moments of 9th class, The Happy Prince. The Happy Prince is written by Oscar Wilde. It's a story about a beautifully decorated statue of a prince who lived a very happy life. He learned about sorrow after his death when his statue was placed at a high point from where the misery of the entire city could be seen. Moved by the plight of the poor, the happy prince gave away all his possessions to the needy with the help of a kind swallow. This compassionate bird sacrificed his life for the noble cause of the prince. The happy prince was a beautiful statue. He was covered with gold. He had sapphires for eyes and a ruby in his sword. Why did he want to part with all the gold that he had and his precious stones? Let's read about it. High above the city on a tall column means a tall pillar, stood the statue of the happy prince. He was gilded all over. Gilded means covered with thin leaves of fine gold. For eyes he had two bright sapphires, a transparent blue-colored precious stone, and a large red ruby, a red-colored gemstone. Glowed means shone on his sword hilt. Hilt means handle of a sword. The story begins by telling us that high above the city on a tall column, there stood a statue of a happy prince. The statue was covered with fine gold platings, means covered with gold leaves, fine gold leaves. In its eyes there were two bright sapphires and a large red ruby shone on the handle of his sword. One night there flew over the city a little swallow. A little swallow came into the city. His friends had gone away to Egypt 6 weeks before, but he had stayed behind, and then he decided to go to Egypt too. He was also thinking of going to Egypt. The swallow, all day long he flew, and at night time he arrived at the city. The swallow had been flying all day and reached the city by night. Where shall I put up? He was looking for a place to sit. I hope the town has made preparations, means arrangements. So the swallow thought maybe the town has made arrangements to welcome the migratory birds. Those were migrating from different places. Then he saw the statue on the tall column. I will put up there. The swallow decided to sit over there, he cried. It's a fine position with plenty of fresh air. He thought that it's a very fine position and he would be able to get plenty of fresh air from here. So he alighted just between the feet of the happy prince. So he landed just or came down and landed between the feet of the happy prince. I have a golden bedroom. The swallow said that he had got a golden bedroom because the prince was covered with gold leaves all over the body. He said softly to himself as he looked around, and he prepared to go to sleep. But just as he was putting his head under his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. So as the swallow was preparing to get to sleep, a large drop of water fell on him. What a curious thing. And the swallow found it too strange. He cried, there is not a single cloud in the sky, means there were no clouds visible in the sky, and the stars are quite clear and bright, and the stars are shining brightly. It's a clear sky and yet it's raining. Then another drop fell. What is the use of statue if it cannot keep the rain off, he said. I must look for a good chimney pot, and he determined to fly away. The bird thought that the statue was not able to protect him from rain. What is the use of a statue if it cannot keep the rain off? He said, I must look for. Then he decided to look for a good chimney pot, and he determined to fly away. He took a firm decision to fly away, to find for a good chimney pot. But before he had opened his wings, a third drop fell, and he looked up and saw, oh, what did he see? But before he could open his wings to fly away, a third drop fell on him, and he looked up and saw. Oh, what did he see? He was very much surprised to see. The eyes of the happy prince were filled with tears, and the tears were just rolling down his golden cheeks. His face was so beautiful, means the prince's face was looking so beautiful in the light of the moon that the little swallow was filled with pity. His heart was full of pity for the prince. "Who are you?" he said. The swallow asked the statue who it was. The statue replied that it was a happy prince. "Why are you weeping then?" asked the swallow. The bird then asked why he was crying, and that "you have quite drenched me," that he had almost drenched the bird with his tears. "When I was alive and had a human heart," answered the statue. The statue gave answer that when he was alive and had a human heart, I did not know what tears were. He was just unaware about the tears, for I lived in the palace, because the prince used to live in a palace where sorrow, means any sadness, was not allowed to enter. My courtiers means members of the court, called me the happy prince, and the happy indeed, and really I was very happy. So I lived and so I died. Very happily I lived and I died. And now that I am dead, that they have set me up. Means the members of the court, the courtiers of the prince, have placed him here so high on a tall column that the prince could see the ugliness. Ugliness means unpleasantness and the misery. Misery means sufferings of his city. And though my heart is made up of lead, even though the prince's heart was made up of lead, a metal, yet I cannot choose but weep. Yet it made him cry to see the condition of the people of his city. Means even though he had a lead heart now, it was made up of metal, but it made him cry. "What, is he not solid gold?" said the swallow to himself. He was too polite to make any personal remarks. The bird was again very much confused by hearing the word lead, for he was thinking the prince is made up of gold. But it refrained from asking the prince simply because he did not want to sound rude. "Far away," continued the statue in a low musical voice, "far away in a little street there is a poor house." The statue continued his story in a low musical voice, started explaining to the swallow that very far away in a little street there was a poor house. One of the windows is open, and through it, from one of the windows which was open, he could see a woman seated at a table. Her face is thin and worn. Worn means exhausted, tired, and she has a coarse means very rough, red hands, all pricked. Pricked means there were small holes on his hands that get pricked by the needle, for she is a seamstress, because she is a lady tailor. She is embroidering flowers on a satin gown, and she is preparing a satin gown, and she is embroidering flowers on it for the loveliest of the queens maid of honor. She is preparing a gown for queens maid of honor to wear at the next court ball. Ball means dance on the court. In a bed in the corner of the room, her little boy is lying ill. He has a fever and is asking his mother to give him oranges. And beside his table, her little boy, he was lying ill because he has fever and asking his mother to give him oranges. His mother has nothing to give him but river water, so he is crying. "Swallow, swallow, little swallow, will you not bring her the ruby out of my sword hilt? My feet are fastened to this pedestal and I cannot move." The prince then asked the swallow to take off the ruby from his sword hilt, as his feet were fixed onto the pedestal and he could not move. The prince wanted to help the poor woman with the ruby. I am waited for in Egypt, said the swallow. My friends are flying up and down the Nile and talking to the large lotus flowers. Soon they will go to sleep. The swallow said that his friends were waiting for him in Egypt because all other swallows had already reached Egypt. He said his friends were flying up and down the Nile and talking to the large lotus flowers. The swallow said his colleagues would soon go to sleep. The prince asked the swallow to stay with him for one night and be his messenger. The boy is so thirsty and the mother so sad, he said. The prince asked the swallow to stay on him for one more night and to carry his message, become his messenger. He told the swallow that the boy was very thirsty and the mother was very sad. I don't think I like boys, answered the swallow. I want to go to Egypt. But the happy prince looked so sad that the little swallow was sorry. It is very cold here, he said, but he agreed to stay with him for one night and be his messenger. The swallow agreed, but said that she was not particularly very fond of boys and said he wanted to go to Egypt. However, when the swallow finally agreed to stay on, the prince thanked the little swallow. Thank you, little swallow, said the prince. The swallow picked out the great ruby from the prince's board and flew away with it in his beak over the roofs of the town. The bird picked the ruby in its beak and flew over the roofs of the town. He passed by the cathedral tower where the white marble angels were sculpted, were carved. He passed by the palace and heard the sound of dancing. A beautiful girl came out on the balcony. Balcony means a platform reached from a room upstairs with her lover. I hope my dress will be ready in time for the state ball. She said, I have ordered flowers to be embroidered on it, but the seamstresses are so lazy. The swallow, while carrying Ruby, passed by a palace and heard the sound of dancing. There the swallow saw a very beautiful girl coming out on the balcony with her lover. She wanted a dress for the approaching state ball and was complaining that she had ordered flowers to be embroidered on it. She also complained that seamstresses, means the lady tailors, were lazy and had not done their work properly. He passed over the river and saw the lanterns hanging on the mast of the ships. At last he came to the poor woman's house and looked in. The boy was tossing feverishly on his bed and the mother had fallen asleep. She was so tired he hoped and laid the great ruby on the table beside the woman's thimble. Lanterns here means a kind of lamp. Mast means poles to hang sails on ships. Tossing means turning over on sides and feverishly means in fever. Thimble means a small metal or plastic cap to be worn around. Fanning means giving air. Then he flew gently round the bed, fanning the boy's forehead with his wings. How cool I feel, said the boy. I must be getting better. And he sank into a delicious slumber. The bird passed over the river and saw the lanterns hanging on the mast of the ship. Finally, the bird came to the poor woman's house and looked in. The boy was just turning over on sides because of fever, and the mother was very tired and had fallen asleep. The bird hoped, jumped inside and laid the great ruby on the table beside the woman's thimble. Thimble means a metal cap. Then the bird gently flew around the bed and started giving some air, fanning the boy with his wings. And the boy felt cool and mumbled that he must be feeling better. And with this thought, he went off to sleep. Went into a delicious slumber means a deep sleep. Then the swallow flew back to the happy prince and told him what he had done. It is curious, he remarked, but I feel quite warm now, although it is cold. After keeping the ruby over there, he flew back to the happy prince and told him what he had done and explained everything to the prince. It's curious, He also said that it's very strange, but I feel quite warm now. Means despite of the cold temperature outside, he felt warm now. And it's very strange for him. This is because you have done a good action. So the prince explained to the swallow that he had felt warmth now because he had done a good job. He has done a good deed. And the little swallow began to think and then fall asleep. Thinking always made him sleepy. When day broke, he flew down to the river and had a bath. Tonight I go to Egypt, said the swallow. Yes, dear students, rest of the pages, remaining pages will do in the next video. Thank you. Here are the first 3 questions of this lesson, lesson number 5, The Happy Prince.